Hi, I haven't done a tutorial in such a long time, so I thought maybe because of the release of my new album that I'd give a breakdown of some of the tracks from the album. So I want to start this off with Oracle. Okay, here we are in the actual project file. It actually is a like decently sized project file. I think it uses all the 16 tracks I could use. I don't remember. I don't even know why this is fucking here, so take that back. It doesn't. But it uses a hefty amount, I'd say. Um, I will think about leaving the ALS file in the description if anyone wants to like fuck around with it or anything. But most of these are splice samples anyways, so I don't think I can list those. But if any interest is brought up for it, I'll see what I can do about it. Anyways, I guess we'll just get into the actual like breakdown of everything. We'll start with the intro first because this is like one of the more easier things to break down. I feel like. Okay, so you'll notice right off the bat probably that everything rises in through this filter. I just put a filter here because I didn't know like how I wanted the song to start. Initially, it was just this reversed, so like, let me just play it. Initially, it was just that playing in reverse, but then I decided to expand on it because I thought it just felt empty, and that yeah, that's pretty much exactly why. Um, a lot of this is made up of just a lot of layering here. So, for example, you have like this, which is the choir that is later used in the drop. The next thing is this. That is the same thing that is used also in the drop. It's like the same little melody thing I use. Um, it didn't feel all too full in the intro, so I decided to layer it with this. Um, so this is like a pretty basic preset. There's literally nothing really going on here. It's like the actual effects that are here. So, for example, we have this little thing here. I I'm like fumbling on the name. The amp, yeah, the amp distortion, and then some OTT compression, which I use this. I use OTT in like 90% of my songs. Some slight amount of reverb, um, and some kickstart too on the drums, which hear the drums. Those are the drums for that section. Once again, the reverse piano thing. Um, Another guitar. Which this is the guitar I use in like 90% of my songs. Um, it's the like literally just this fucking decent sampler preset I found, and then with some chorus, some amp distortion, um, some OTT. There's also some reverb again, but there's I don't think this was used. I think I just had it turned off, or it might have been played here. Oh no, wait, I remember why. Yeah, so this was used initially because of this thing here, which I use kind of as like an impact thing. It adds like a lot of ambience. I use this in Echo, if anyone's ever heard that song. There's also like some auto filter for the filtering here. Again, some kickstart. I don't know why there's 2 kickstarts, but there is, so I guess if you wanted that, but next thing is this riser. Nothing too special about it. It's just another riser. And then this is kind of like the main sound. It just felt a lot more full. So if I play it without it, and then with it, well, here it is like soloed. This was taken from some tutorial on how to like make Complexure like Madeon. If I can find the video again, I'll leave it in the description. But there's some pretty decent presets in there. There's just some light OTT and kickstart on this again. Altogether, it sounds like this. Okay, so as we get into the main section here, we have this drum pattern. Nothing really too special going on. They're just like basic drums. Yeah, there's really nothing much going on here. But the piano comes back here. So the piano is a loop, and I don't usually like using loops just because it just doesn't feel original to me, but the only reason I used it here was because I just needed something to fill this section with, and because I couldn't write any good chords to this, so I just found this on Splice and was like, that sounded decent enough, so I decided to use it anyways. Altogether. Oh yeah, and then we do get the main melody here. All together. Oh wait, yeah, there's also this too. These are little hi-hats. I think these were drill hi-hats, because I think like the previous day I was making some like joke beat, and I think I used some like drill hi-hats, and I ended up keeping them because they sounded decent enough. All together. Okay, so this is the build-up. I'll just play this now because it takes me forever to explain what's going on here, so here's the build-up. So the risers here, it has some side chaining to the drums. Speaking of the drums, here are the drums being played. And then we have the actual like main melody thing from here, but we actually have it playing with this other thing, this little guitar mock thing. And then we do have the piano here. It doesn't end up ever getting filtered out, but it does get a automation for the kickstart. And then here we get to the actual bass. This is the so one of them is just an 808. Initially it was just an 808. So when I get to the drop, I'll play you what it originally had sounded like, but it's like an 808 and some bass that I tried making like sound like Creo. So here's the Creo bass. And then here's the 808. So there isn't really like too much with these basses. It's mostly just Ableton stock shit. And then I guess for the Creo one, there is some OTT. It is an actual Vital preset though. I think if I'm correct, if I remember this correctly, this is the bass from Childish Gambino's song Heartbeat. It's a really good song, and I really liked the bass from it, and I think I just put like a ton of effects over it just to like try to make it sound like more, I guess, just like fitting with the track. I don't even know. I ended up saving it as a preset, and I thought it sounded like Creo, so I ended up just calling it Creo bass. Alright, let's get to the actual drop. Okay, so again, the melody's back here. It's not really changed. It is sidechained to the drums, which here are the drums. Plays some weird like kick snare pattern that I don't even remember why it was like that, but I think it sounds nice with the drop. Again, the basses are back. Nothing really too special about these. It does just play one note for this part, and then it like downlifts there. And then we get to this. This is the actual like loop that kind of started most of this project. It's this little vocal thing I found. Okay. It is this little vocal thing I found on Splice, and I thought it sounded nice, so I put it in the project. There's like some panning going on, but I didn't add that. That was just like in the sample. There is some OTT and some kickstart for the side chaining of the drums. It was also used in this section too. It was being filtered in, and that's pretty much it for that part of the drop. And then you do also get this too in here. And then these hi-hats come back. This is what it sounds like altogether again. And then before we get into like the final part of the drop, there is this sound too. There is some like light amount of OTT, and by light I mean like not really all that light, but it's still here. It does change the sound quite a bit. Just makes it a little louder in my opinion. This is kind of just used as like a transition. Which then leads into this new part of the drop where this choir comes in. Nothing's really changed here other than just the choir being added in, so altogether it sounds like this. That's pretty much the entire drop. I will show you now what it sounded like originally with just the 808. So the actual like secondary bass here just adds like a little bit more I guess it just like fills in extra space that I thought would needed to be filled in. It doesn't really sound all too like, it's not like the biggest difference in the world, but it's definitely like a noticeable one, and I think it's personally sounds better with the extra bass here. Okay, so next part, the piano comes back, and then these the little guitar impact I showed at the beginning makes its first appearance. This is like the I just use this to, I guess, just make it transition better, I guess. Just sounds nice to me. Then the actual main melody comes back in, and this is what it sounds like. And then the choir comes in for this section. No real, like, actual changes are actually made to anything here. It's mostly just, like, grabbing the same shit again, and just kind of like fucking around with the arrangement. Nothing really happens here. I could just like skip over most of this, but I'll show you like a little bit. I'll show you guys like a little bit of like other shit here, I guess. So there's also like, this is like the part that has the most shit in it. And then yeah, it's like pretty much it for this section. There's this build up again, which does bring in the ride, and actually keeps in a bass thing here, like an actual full thing here, instead of it being like the chopped up version from the beginning too. Okay, so the build up isn't really changed, but I'll show you what it sounds like. Okay, so the drop, the final drop is the only thing that's really ever, like, fully changed. So, what I have here, is, like, the actual main bass thing. It isn't chopped up like before, so, initially it was, like, now it just kind of, like, gets straight to the point, pretty much. This is what it sounds like. Other than that, literally nothing else has changed, pretty much, except for, this thing at the end, that's, like, the only change of the drop. Literally nothing else has changed. Oh, I guess this was here. I didn't even see this, but that's just a weird fucking thing I did. But, it doesn't even, like, change how it sounds. Like, it still sounds the same. Nothing's really changed, but I will play the drop. That's pretty much it for the song. I mean, there is this like outro thing which brings back this melody from the beginning. And then brings back these three presets. Nothing else has really changed. Here's what the outro sounds like. that's the entire project. Um, if you have any more questions in the comments, I'll gladly answer. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. If you guys like content like this, then let me know in the comments, and I'll think about doing some more. Yeah, have a good day.